ado, let's get started with the latest from the furry fandom. We've got new names for Ursa Major Award 2018. These nominees are under the group of Best Fursuit. So let's have a look at their names here. So we have Penelope, Rev Track, Sonic Fox, and lastly, Zabi Baka. These are the names for nominees for Best Fursuit of Ursa Major Awards 2018. Well, that's a quite brief one. So today we have, like I think I said before, right, that I am going to do a studio tour. Yes, a studio tour. So right now, we are, why don't we begin? So let me just take this off. Quite nice though. This camera doesn't overheat despite it's in camera. So here is our entire studio. So over here you see our, okay, you viewers should know what is this, right? This setup. You've seen it all before, I know. You say this is from News at 9 with GFTV? Yes. You did this at GFTV's News at 9, which is our main news program before today's whole revamp. And right here, we've got our brand new setup. So we have this beautiful view of our neighborhood outside. And right here, we've got the news desk with all the necessities. And yeah, this is the actual desk used for GFTV's The Morning Report. And this one can be shifted as well. So when we want to shift this to a green screen, we can do it for GFTV's Morning Report. And also, right here is our shelf. We keep all of random stuff over here. So up here, we've got these, which are lots of things that came from the Mixos fandom, which I'm in previously. That time was so hot and fast progressing until Mixos ended and everything crashed down. So right here, this is a model of my Persona's Homeland's tallest structure, the Star Pinnacle. And right here you got Zabi Baka. I remember howling when I got him at the bus interchange. Oh my god. Then right here, moving on, you see other Mixos figurines. You see Screenos, Splasho, Jamsy, Trumpsy, what's his name called again? Mike. Yeah, the one in the middle, Mike. We got two news presenters right here. One for the audio, this one as the main news presenter. You've got Tooth right there and Sharp. It cracks. I remember it's a part of the Crackster, part of the Newsers. MCDF. I forgot what's the actual name of, oh my god, of the tribes that they are in. So let's move down. We have these, our main stationaries, and yes, if you recognize that fan, this is the exact fan we use for cooling down the first for Furry 2018. Moving down, we got some empty books that we haven't used yet. And right in here, contains our archive for Furry 2018. And then moving on, so right down here we've got not something that everyone lol, oh my goodness. So right over there you've got our piano, the very one that we use for all of our broadcasts and all those things. So if you could all just give me a break, hold on, for now only, for now only, because I had to change the audio channels, the audio is starting to sound very weird, despite this room quite small, and yeah, everything's actually coming from my laptop. So okay, let me just give it a let's give it a rest, and let me try to change the audio channels. So oh my god, Wi-Fi, please don't slow down over here. Yeah, quite a number of skip phrases or something. Right, so we are going to enable the audio. So right here, gonna enable. I really hope I could. I really hope I could. Let me try to look for the. How do you? Hmm. So okay. Right. So let me actually have to see where I. Oh, okay. A lot of things are here. So. Couldn't find audio settings. Everything's coming straight from this laptop. So yeah, it's currently okay. Let's just go back and get everything pumped up and like it's something like it. Okay. So if you actually, yeah. Oh my god. So right there is our piano. I really love to play some pieces for you. Just look this back up and turn the entire thing around. And there, right here, you see our piano that we often use. I really hope my microphone doesn't, how do you call that? Doesn't have that, over the sound. How do you call that? The distortion doesn't have distortion. I really hope. That will show Barnes nocturnal personality too. Oh my gosh. But anyways, this is the exact panel that we do of the news. Maybe you all recognize this piece, or those who have been watching my channel streams. This was the furry waltz. Oh my god. So this piece came about because when one time I was composing, I do not know what to do. So I thought Fursuiters and this came out. So this was like dance music. So just imagine Fursuiters dancing. Imagine your fursuit crush, or you a fursuiter, if you have a fursuiter or you are a fursuiter. Yeah, it's dancing around to this beat. Oh my god, I would really love to see those fursuiters dancing to this. Okay, I think it's like okay, I really think this is it for now. So today we are going to do a live simulcast of Ash Coyote's furry-centered documentary, The Fandom. So we are all actually prepared right now. Holy crap. Holy shit. So maybe it's this. No. Okay, we remove that source. So that's actually it. So right now, holy crap. Chef did more labelings. Oh my god. So right now, yeah, Ash Coyote's episode season, how do you call that? It's episode season 1, episode 2 of Ash Coyote's The Fandom. Will premiere later on at 8:30 in Singapore. So right now we are going to have a little break until 8:25 a.m. So right now, before we go into our break, we will pull up this. So we are all completely ready for GFTV's live simulcast of The Fandom, as you all actually can see right here on the screen. So I really hope we can. Oh my god, it does need time to load. I was clicking the correct source. So right now we are all prepared for this. It premieres in 11 minutes. So yep. And yep. So right now, without further ado, let's take a rest and a little break. Hold on, did I turn on my mic just now? Okay, so everything needs the mic to be turned on, I guess. So right here, yes, we all are ready for Irish Coyotes Season 1, Episode 2, Suits. This episode, yeah, let me say that again in case if you all cannot hear this. To make a long story short, this documentary will greatly benefit the furry fandom because it allows people that are non-furries to understand the fandom way more easier and a more objective stance. So yeah, so basically this all help to raise awareness, more awareness of the positive sides of the fandom and bring up the fandom's reputation as a whole. Despite that, yeah, there are a lot of people agreeing, being very positive towards, have a positive response to the documentary series. There are some responses that are not so good, which involves this documentary. Basically, to make a long story short, affects the anonymity. Anonymity, okay, affects the privacy of the person or the people that is involved. Let me just sit right here. I'm in the wrong position. Okay, the exposure isn't on me. But yeah, despite of the bad things, this documentary proves to be a very big promise in raising awareness of the positive sides of the furry fandom. So right now we are all ready to go with Ash Coyote's premiere of the fandom. The premiere has already started. Sorry, too loud. So right now we are all going to simulcast. Let me just reach for my YouTube app. I really hope this doesn't have any delays, because Microsoft Edge is being edgy. They are consuming so much RAM alongside Streamlabs. Even a computer with 8 gigabytes of RAM, I don't think it can actually handle. Only 32 people are watching the fandom. Okay, wrong video. We will watch that later. Yeah, after the stream. That is. So right now, just tune in. Let me try to make this not so. Okay, right. So hope you enjoy. It's the last 25 seconds of the microphone.
Alright, we hope you guys are having a phenomenal time. Feel free to check out and take pictures of or with your favorite fursuiters. We have that right up in Station 3. We have 18-day fursuits over by the screen, Station 4, Station 5 Storefire Studios, Station 6, War for Less, Station 7, and Station Candy, Station 8.
I really didn't like the job I was working in. I didn't like the field I was in. I was working as a paralegal. I had been doing art and commissions on the side for years already, and I thought, well, maybe I have a big enough audience now. Let's try and jump into this. I'm done working for other people. I want to do my own thing now. I quit my job. A week later, I opened my first round of commission slots and had overwhelming response to those. it just confirmed I can do this. I can make a living off of this now. I'm gonna jump full force into it. And it's been awesome so far.
I've always loved mascots and stuff because I love meeting characters at Disneyland, of course. Tigger's always been my favorite from Winnie the Pooh because he's always a really hyper character. My mom's an artist, so I kind of looked up to her. I'd be like, Mom, can you draw Winnie the Pooh? And she'd draw it for me, and I loved it, and so I would also be trying to do that. If you get a fursuit, you're not just buying an item, you're buying a part of you. I was very connected to my very first suit because I was making part of me. I glued the foam, I glued the fur. When I put it on, I was like, okay, I have this thing on my head, my hands are covered. It's no longer an item that you made or you put together. It's now officially, I don't want to say a living thing, but it is a living thing at the same time. You have to show people who you are. This is the character, not just you where you're just walking on your own. Sometimes it shows you who it is, or you show it who you are. It's a feeling you can't really describe until you actually just go for it. So you gotta work on it, you know, discover yourself. Stand in front of a mirror, going in the bathroom and putting it on the head and be like, oh. You know, I made one, and then I made one for a friend, and then another friend, and it just kind of evolved into a business when I really didn't intend on it. Fast forward 10 years, now I have established Made For You, which is now probably one of the biggest companies people can recognize, and a community of furries, and I guess that sums up me as Cyber.
All right. Finally, the day is here. When I saw that there were actually people wearing their own characters, like fursuits, and they go to these conventions and all that stuff, and I thought, wow, that's actually pretty cool.
When I first joined the fandom and got my suit, I didn't really know a lot of people, so I felt like, oh, it's easy for me to just run around and do whatever I want.
When I go to cons, I suit up like 10, 12 hours. It's not the only reason to be in the fandom, but it's my reason to be in the fandom.
So, was fursuiting your primary interest getting into the fandom?
No. Actually, no. My main interest was the community.
A lot of people I know, they don't want a fursuit. They just enjoy making art. They just enjoy watching content. They just enjoy like many things.
But now that I have more friends in this community, when I get in fursuit, it's harder because I can't interact with all of them at once. So I like to take the fursuit off every once in a while and spend some time with my friends, just being ourselves instead of playing a character.
I never got into fursuiting until like this year. Like I didn't own one until like my 10th year in this community. I was like, well, everybody has them. Maybe I'm missing out on something. I'll just do it. But it never felt like important to me that I got one. I have the character that I have because, you know, they would be like, why don't you have a fursona? I'd be like, because I'm trying my best. But like, it doesn't like, I don't feel like any sort of like spiritual connection to it or just like, this is an important part of who I am. I just have a thing.
I've got my processes down. I know exactly what steps I need to do, but I've been making suits for 10 years now. Starting out, I had no idea what I was doing. I hadn't built those techniques yet, so it's just like a lot of experimentation, like, how do I make this ear look right? How do I make sure it's symmetrical? How do I make paws? Someone's character is a very, very personal thing to them, and obviously, like, as a suit maker, you have a pressure to get it right. Just trying to figure all that out, and it's not a guaranteed paycheck, and, you know, you've got to pay taxes, and materials are expensive, and you got to buy like health insurance, and you still got to be able to make rent and make all your bills. I got to open another slot to make bills this month, so it can be stressful.
A lot of people, especially my family, didn't really believe in it. They're like, so what is with it? What are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm doing this. And they're like, yeah, but why? And I'm like, I don't know how to explain. I'm just doing this thing that everyone seems to like. And even though they didn't get it, it gave me the life that I don't think I could ever have gotten any other way. There's been a handful I finish and I make and I send out and they say thank you. And then I hear nothing ever again, which to me is almost like a heartbreak. You know, I just birthed this fursuit and it's gone forever. It's been like 3 years and I have no clue what happened to it. But most of the time, I'll always see pictures, they'll update me and be like, oh, I did this thing, I wore it at this event. Or some people do charities. I love it when people do charities. They make YouTube videos or do really cool Twitter pictures that have really cool light dynamics and stuff. I've seen people cook meals in their fursuit, and I'm like, that's cool. I could never do that. I want them to know I really appreciate it because it keeps me going knowing that people are enjoying it. They're doing stuff.
Because of something I've made with my hands, people recognize me and they know who I am. But it is weird, like, getting recognized at the light rail station, like, oh, hey, Ritz, and I'm like, oh, hi. I've done a lot of really cool ones. This dino that I just finished is probably one of my favorite ones I've ever done. He's really cool. Like, I got to test out my new leg shape pattern, and I got to make this big long tail that sticks out. He's got like LEDs and everything in the eyes, and he's just awesome.
At this con, I had the Made For You photo shoot. I'd expect maybe like 50 people to show up, but I had like 115 people come. This isn't even like half of what I've done. And they were all thanking me. No one would believe me and my real family about this. Oh, I spent an hour hanging out with 115 of my clients from Australia to New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, UK, and to me that meant the world. The highest praise ever is when someone chooses me to create something for them.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the editor of the series. We wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and if you liked what you've seen so far, please go and visit our Kickstarter page, where we're trying to fund a feature-length documentary that'll explore the furry fandom in even more depth. We're going to go back to the early years of the fandom and show the origins of this community, how it was built into what we know it as today. So thank you so much for watching, and we really appreciate your support.
Okay, I always forget to turn on the mic. But anyways, that's pretty much it for Ash Coyotes Season 1, Episode 2 of The Fandom. This well, and did the editor at the end say that the next episode is going to be about the origins of the anthropomorphic characters and like its connection with the human culture? Did he say that? I mean, if it did, right, it's quite nice though. It's like they will have one of the same focal points as Culturally F, this web series on YouTube focusing on humans, this connection between anthropomorphic characters with humans and humans' fascination with anthropomorphic characters. So I was thinking that it's quite cool that they are having the same focal point as them. And we all at GFTV really do hope to see Season 1, Episode 3 of the fandom debuting. This documentary shows great promise to many as being able to, how do you call that? As this is able to raise awareness on how the fandom works, how the fandom's like, and because this documentary they produce this documentary in an objective and unbiased manner, this will definitely be beneficial to the furry fandom's reputation to many. So let's move on to the weather. Right. So let's have a look at today's weather. Currently in Singapore, we have 27 degrees Celsius, T-storm. If I ever put it as Fahrenheit, this is how it looks. So 27 degrees Fahrenheit with a wind speed of 9 kilometers per hour blowing in from the south, I guess. Looking at that arrow. So there's a humidity of 84%. And moving down, I really hope they did give the direction. Okay. That's the max. Don't look at that. Currently, the UV index is extreme at 11 in the day that just rained. Oh my god. Actually, this morning when we started our broadcast, it already rained. So yeah, it's forecasted tomorrow. It will be thunderstorms with 27 degrees Celsius. With a high of 31 in the day and a low of 26 at night, with a forecasted UV index of 12 and a chance of raining of 80%. Humidity is forecasted to be 63% as well. So for the week's outlook, we will be doing it in GFTV's Fur Wave tonight in Singapore at 9:45 p.m., which is 9:45 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time and 7:45 a.m. in Mountain Standard Time. So yeah. So right now, without further ado, we can now close this brand new, wholly revamped GFTV news program, GFTV The Furry Report. I'm host Hamtux Tushni, the Wolf. And see you all another day, okay? Bye-bye.